Hi everyone, my name's Nola and today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. So, hi guys, I'm going to be making my own fabric softener, and in here I have BTMS 50 and it only has a couple of ingredients. So I've got to measure out some distilled water. So I'm going to drop you down so you can see what I'm doing. I've got my water, 600. I don't know how long this process is going to take. It's the first time I've making it, so okay, close enough. So now I'm going to put it in my version of a double boiler and melt this down. So we've got that on, warming up, and now I'm going to measure out another lot of distilled water. And these are the main ingredients in this. So seems like a lot of water. A little bit more. Should all fit in here, what I need. A little bit more. So they're the main ingredients for my fabric softener. So as you can see, it's just water. And in here I just have my BTMS 50 and more water. So we're going to melt this down, and then when it cools down we're going to add some fragrance and some colorant. I'll put a little bit of, I don't know whether you can see it, a little bit of orange in there. My fragrance is actually going to be Manuka honey. So, and there's also some preservative because we're working with water. So I shall bring this over so you can see the melting process. And I'm going to use a whisk. We're going to stir this gently and it will become white, or it's meant to become white. And I wouldn't say a jelly-like consistency, but it is going to melt and all become one. Not going to quite emulsify it, but it will have a slight emulsification. That's such a big word, my tongue. Can you see exactly what's happening? I hope you can. Put you down a bit more. You can see it's going quite milky. So just today we will be making this, and then we'll have to wait 24 hours to come back and actually show you the finished product where it's thickened up, but you will get the general consistency. The fragrance I use and the preservative can actually be put in up to 80 degrees, so degrees Celsius. So I can put that in when it cools down just a fraction. So I haven't got this on a high heat, it's just on the higher side of warm. So it's about 90 degrees temperature I'm warming it up on. So it's quite a long process. So this part, because you've got to melt everything down. If I think this stage is taking too long, I will pause it and come back, and when it's melted. So if you have any questions, just chuck your questions in the comments later on and I shall answer them when they're there. I was going to do this live, but I thought it'd be a really long process, so if I don't pause it, I'll just edit it and maybe make it shorter so it's not quite so boring. I don't know whether you can see what it's doing. We'll just grab a spatula. Just sterilising the spatula with a little bit of isopropyl alcohol. So we want to make sure our stuff is sterilised so we're not contaminating anything. So if I do this, you can see there's still some stuff in there, but it is slowly melting. And when this is finished, we slowly add the other water. Happening, we'll chuck that there, and I'll show you the temperature right now. So that's the temperature. That's what it is in Fahrenheit. So, but I'm in Australia, so I work in Celsius, so that is Celsius. Bit hard to keep talking while you're doing this, but not much to say. Maybe if I had it live and people could be asking me questions and I could be answering them. But the colouring I'm using is a colourant from Aussie Soap Supplies, and it's Sunflower Yellow. If I don't think I've coloured it enough, I'll add another drop later on, but at the moment I'm only using one drop in with my fragrance oil. So, and I wish you could smell that Manuka honey. It is delicious. It's beautiful. Can't wait to have it floating through my house with my fabric softener. Up maybe bring it up to the camera. You can see there's still bits floating in there, so we want all that melted before we add anything else. reason why I started making my own stuff is I had health issues for a really long time, and I decided to try and make my own stuff to improve my lifestyle, to improve my health. Some of the stuff you buy, you cannot actually see any ingredients on it. One of them being, now I'm going to cover up the brand, but your dishwashing liquid has no ingredients on it. Okay, just check out your own bottle of dishwashing liquid and you'll see, oh, I forgot to cover that up, there is no ingredient on your bottle. So I went, oh, how many other things do not have ingredients on? So let's see. I cannot see an ingredient list on this bottle of fabric softener that I was using. So I thought, if I don't know what's in it, why am I using it? And then I seen a recipe on YouTube, I can't remember who the YouTuber was, that was making their own fabric softener. And I thought, oh, might have to try that. So we're trying it together. Almost done. But yeah, if you decide to go and check out your products, your fabric softener, your dishwashing liquid, whatever you do, just let me know if yours has ingredients on it. Almost there. A little bit more to melt, but nearly all done. And you can see it's almost, I don't know whether you can see that, almost a jelly consistency. If I get I might actually grab a spoon that I've got put away that has already been sterilised, so it's being out of the way. If I do this, you can see it's almost a jelly, like just before you put it in the fridge and congel it yourself. So, alright, now all that being a mess, oh, I cannot see any more in there, so I'd say that's all melted in. And now we're going to slowly add our other water, just a little bit at a time, and we're going to combine it all. A little bit more. We're just going to keep doing this. I'm going to turn this down just a fraction to just warm. So we're maintaining the heat, but we're not still doing it. So and we're going to keep going. Make sure it's all combined, and then add some more. I'm going to switch hands and try and do it a little bit at a time and keep stirring without having to pick it up and put it down. See if I can do it that way. Probably would have been easier if I'd used something with the spout, but I didn't, so next time we'll use one with the spout. Make it easy to pour in. Getting a cramp in the hand. This is going to make about 2 litres. Getting a bit runnier. Once I combine this, I'll take it off the heat. Let's give it a bit of a spritz with some alcohol to remove those bubbles. So you can see what's going on. A little bit more. So we can see. Grab my spoon again so you can see it's now quite fluid. We're going to move everything this way. I can put down on my map of Australia. I'll put that down for the moisture. And we'll check the temperature. So, I've actually done well. It's stayed quite cool, so I should move that a bit more. We'll turn that off. Grab this again because it's still cool. It hasn't heated up that much. I can actually add my preservative and fragrance oil. And we'll see how the colour it is. Not actually haven't got any colour in it, so I might put another couple of drops. Might do 2 drops and see how that goes. One, 2. Let's see if we can get a bit of colour. Oh, man, this smells divine. Really does. I'm just going to make sure we've stirred it all in. I'm going to put another drop. Get a little bit more colour. There's another one. Let's see if that brings any colour. I don't want to add too much colour, but just a little bit. This time I just want to tinge it a little bit more orange. Feels very nice, very fluid, smells divine. Can't wait to use it in my washing, knowing exactly what I'm using. So as I said, this is just BTMS 50, some bottled water, distilled water, some colorant, some scent, and some preservative. Now I didn't have to add the preservative because it's for my own sake, but because it's got water in, I prefer to use the preservative. So I use one that is found in green tea, the preservative that is found in green tea. So do that. Let's have a look, see. That is so smooth. I'll let it cool down. Like I said, it won't thicken up fully until tomorrow. Let's bring it up so you can have a look. And that is my version of homemade fabric softener. Okay, bye.